Evaluation is not simply a post-mortem exercise. It's an ongoing process and a means for managing continual improvement in public relations. The Barcelona Principles were developed specifically for the public relations field and are the framework for effective communication and public relations measurement. They consist of 7 guidelines. The first is that goal setting and measurement are fundamental to communication and public relations. To set goals, identify who, what, how much, and by when. With every campaign, big or small, you need to identify your target audiences and ask yourself what success looks like, both from a holistic perspective and from a specific point of view. Goals should be SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Here's an example. To increase positive or neutral coverage generated by outlets embedded during the exercise by 5% with respect to the Marine Corps' involvement and contributions by October 28, 2020. The second principle is that measuring communication outcomes is recommended as opposed to only measuring outputs. An output is simply the work that you produce, like the number of products you write during a PR campaign. An outcome is the effect that your communication has on an audience. For example, did increased engagement lead to people subscribing to your newsletter? Outcomes can be reputation, comprehension, behavior, engagement, attitude, awareness, or donations. Look to measure shifts in these areas, and you'll learn much more than if you look at outputs alone. Principle 3 states that the effects on organizational performance can and should be measured where possible. Everyone on the communication team needs to be aware of the impact of PR and communication on the target audience. In the end, the change in awareness, behavior, and engagement is what really matters. Measuring these results in an organized way is challenging, but surveys, research, good internal cooperation, and an integrated approach can help you do it. Remember that it's more useful to measure data, like the length of time videos are viewed versus the number of videos viewed, or the number of shares and retweets versus the number of likes or clicks. The fourth principle is that measurement and evaluation require both quantitative and qualitative methods. Quantitative metrics can show trends in the big picture. Qualitative analysis gives context to the numbers. Qualitative helps explain quantitative. While it's beneficial to measure the number of comments, it's also important to analyze the quality of the comments, like tone and topic. The fifth principle states that advertising value equivalents, or AVEs, are not the value of communication. They show the cost of media space, but they don't give you any idea about its effectiveness. To show a return on investment, you need to weigh each factor that impacts the overall success of your communication efforts. The value of communication is not the cost or the level of effort, but the quality of the coverage and the changes it brings about. It is this shift in attitudes, knowledge, and behaviors that you should focus on measuring. The sixth principle is that social media can and should be measured consistently with other PR channels. This measurement should have a focus on engagement. The rules that apply for PR are also valid for social media. The last principle is pretty straightforward. Measurement and evaluation should be transparent, consistent, and valid. It's important that measurement is replicable to see changes in attitudes, knowledge, and behavior among your audience members. Evaluating communication efforts is focused on tracking progress and measuring impact. Knowledge outcomes, predisposition changes, and behavior can all be measured. And remember, evaluation is ideally conducted before, during, and after a communication campaign to ensure your plan is effective. Implementing the Barcelona Principles as part of your ongoing evaluation process will help to manage and measure the impact of your communication efforts. Additionally, it will ensure that you have a complete and thorough communication plan for any mission.